All right, so to put it together, we will do it the same way we took it apart. Now, you have an O-ring in here, which if you want, you can just clean that under hot water and then lubricate it with a little bit of Vaseline from your Vaseline packages. You'll see that that groove fits nicely in here. So we'll stick that together, and then we'll just tighten that union back up. And we just want to get it fairly tight. We'll come back and tighten it more at the end there. All right, so once that's fairly tight, we'll stick that back underneath there. And then we'll line this up here. So we're lining up down there with this. And then this will go on. And just to speed things up, I'll use my drill to loosen that a little more. Same thing with this O-ring in here. You can pull that out, wash it, and then put more lubricant on it. All right, so once we got that, you just want to kind of hold that there, and then we're going to just tighten this down. And we'll come back and tighten that more in a second, because we're going to have to adjust this side here. So on the bottom, same thing with this O-ring. You can clean it, wash it, and then put some Vaseline on there. So once we get this one on here, bring this one back up. So that's just going to fit into the groove, and then we'll bring that back up. I'm kind of holding that with my hand. It really helps if you have the drill and the extension. And then we'll stick that there, and we'll tighten it, and I'll just bring it around the front, so if I ever have to get back in here, we can get to it. So at this point, I tighten it all the way, and then I'll tighten this one all the way. Once that's tightened, then this union here, I'm just going to gently tighten it. Now you can't over tighten these plastic ones, so you, just by hand, just till it's really snug. And the same thing on the bottom, we're just going to retighten that one. So the bottom one turns clockwise and the top one turns counterclockwise. Once we have those on, we'll take the ground, put it back up through that hole. We used our flathead, and we'll just tighten that. It don't have to be a death tighten, just tight enough. Just retouch up this one, make sure it's tight. All right, so we removed the arm, washed it with fresh hot water and put it back. We'll feed the cord back through, and then we don't have it plugged in, but we'll plug that back in, and then we will go ahead and cut the power on, start a filtration cycle. When you cut that filtration cycle back on, make sure if you cleaned out the clog of salt, then the water will flow through here. What you want to do is just make sure that you've got your lid on tight, of course, and then check all your joints. If you have water leaking here, tighten this. If you have water here, tighten that. Same thing, tighten. So, and all those, if you're tightened, you won't have any leaks, and hopefully that cleans out your salt.